Okay. Hi. I'm back, I guess. I tried to do my makeup. Don't you fucking dare say anything. I swear to God. Just don't mention it. Please, I'm trying. I'm really trying here. Anyway, I moved. You'll never see another video with bush, paddock, green grass, hills, ditch, all that stuff, because it's gone. I live in the suburbs now. I don't live in the forest. Very sad days, but I'm near a city. And you know what that means? It means music. And so when trying to figure out what to even do with my life, I decided this should be updating my music. Because there's one video where I talk about my music. And it's when I went on my not so favorite rocket ship. Yeah. I went to Fleetwood Mac. And I still have the shirt here. But you know where it is? Up the front here. It's not at the back here. I've seen a lot more since then. And I thought I'd talk about it today through the years in my band shirts, because every concert I go to, I try to get a shirt. My first ever concert was a little band called The Waves, which is an Australian country folk music band. And I liked them, my mum liked them. And so we saw them at, for all the Aussies out there, the Young Music Hall, or the Town Hall. We were in Young and we were in a hall. And that's where I saw them. And that's where I got my first shirt. It's nothing special. It's just The Waves. It's not the one I wanted, but it's the only one that had the size left. It was an interesting concert. I was too scared to do anything, so I just sat down and listened to music, took it in, loved it. It was really nice. The next concert I went to was a big upstep. Between The Waves, I had nothing. And so my next concert was, I went with my cousin, shout out, to Gvidon Bank Arena in Sydney, and we saw Fall Out Boy, their Mania tour. I love this. I was obsessed with them at the time. I still know like most of the words to their songs. I mean, their new album just came out, Slay. I am going to Good Things 2024. I will be seeing them up close. I'm gonna try anyway. With Limp Bizkit, like being before them, I think that's gonna be a bit insane and I'm gonna die. This was a really good concert. I think it was the only time that my cousin and I had really ever spoken to each other. And like, as me, Pete once was mainly the reason I got into playing bass, and when I saw him live, I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna do this. I still have a bass and I still don't know how to play it. The Mania tour was amazing. They played all their old songs, they played their new song. Oh, it was just, I loved it. Oh, it was so great. I can't. The memories. So Fall Out Boy was my first stadium, let's say that. I really haven't been to one for a while now, stadium wise, because all the bands I'm seeing are doing some small shows. So good for me, because I don't want to pay for a fucking stadium. Those things are expensive now. Then that brings us to my old ass video when I went to Fleetwood Mac. When I said that I didn't want to put any footage in that video, that was a lie. I have no footage. I went with my family and I was sitting next to my dad the whole time, and you know how there's the stigma of all the young people, they're always on their phones, they're always filming, and you never see it. Like, you should live in the moment. I don't have a memory. I have to rewatch videos to remember things, and so when I'm filming now, I just do it and say, I don't care. You can be an old ass, I don't give a shit. Yell at me if you want. I'm gonna fucking video it. So I didn't video anything for Fleetwood Mac because I was sitting next to my dad and I was too scared. It was really good though, like for not having the original guy lead singing as well, because of band stuff. It was really good. I loved it. Who did they have instead? Neil, Finn, or oh my god. I don't know these names except Mick Fleetwood. And so I don't, from what I can remember, there was really nothing in between. I think there was the Bushwhackers. But the next one I went with my mom and my auntie. Powderfinger. I love Powderfinger. I have their record. And it's one that I grew up with. My mom played it all the time in the car. And it's just a good record. The lead singer of that was doing a tour with his little band. Nothing. For their song that I don't think that's what it's called. I think that's just, I don't actually know. Anyway, this was the shirt I got from it. This was amazing because he played some of his songs like solo album, but then he played Powderfinger. Like he played Wishing Well. What else could I need? I don't know. Who opened for him, might you ask? Matt Corby did. Have these rainbow one. His album, Rainbow Valley, I think it's called that. I had never heard of Matt Corby, and I didn't know who he was until he played Brother, which was amazing. That was fantastic. I fell in love with Matt Corby at that point, and I did buy his record as well because it's a beautiful one. I used to listen to it a lot when I would have a hangover. Okay, so next one. I didn't see anyone for a long time after that. I went to uni, so then I left him. And I was living by myself, and none of the bands I wanted to see were coming out. Where I was going to uni, it was quite a indie vibe. While I was there, I did fall in love with Lime Cordial, King Stingray, Hockey Dad, one band that I liked at the time, and that was Pacific Avenue. I liked them at the time, and it was a good show, do not get me wrong. Would I go again? No, I'm not into them anymore. I don't even know if they've released any music. If they have, so sorry, don't know. Alright, if anyone has heard of Solid Rock, quite an old song now. If you're Australian, you know it, you know. I went and saw it live because I love Gvidon. And when they came to Canberra doing their Spirit of Place tour, of course I had to go. And also my parents. It was amazing. I loved it, but mostly the music, I think the sound people needed to do a bit more with their microphones and the people behind them, because all you could hear was instruments most of the time and not actually them singing. Not great, not good, but oh well, it is what it is. What I like most about this specific show is that before every song, because they were an activist group, let's be honest, they were singing songs for the people. They were singing songs for the First Nations people. Always was, always will be. And you know, they saw the corruption of the government and the environment dying, and then they just did it. People who gave a shit at the time, that's who they were speaking to. And they spoke to me. So before every song, because every song had meaning, every song had a story, they would tell that story. They would tell what happened when they wrote up to it. Like it was amazing. The history behind that, I love it. I love history, and to just hear it on stage while then also seeing the musical concept of it afterwards was amazing. Everyone stop. Remember how I said that Good Things 2022 would come back? Here it is. Now, who played that year? Who played? Bring the Horizon played. Who am I obsessed with? Bring the Horizon. I love that band. It is my band. I'm ride or die for those people. And I went and saw them. I bought the ticket and went, I'll figure it out. Should be right. And you know what? I did. And I was right. And I had the time of my fucking life, because before that, I had never been to anything to do with music by myself. And I went to a fucking festival by myself. and just went, I'm gonna do it. I need to be there. I need to see them. I need to go. And when I saw that Sleeping with Sirens was there as well. So Good Things introduced me to a lot of new bands as well. I fell in love with Ginger, Thornhill, Lacuna Coil. Still don't like Deftones. Still don't. I nearly died. I had never been in a pit before, let alone at definitely rock music at least. Maybe not metal to the extent that everyone else thinks metal is, but rock, yes, they still did it. I went and saw Ginger. The crowd hadn't started yet because they were literally the second band to play. So I just filmed guys running in a circle in the middle of a field and it was fun. After I saw them, I wanted to see Sleeping with Sirens. And at that point, Electric Callboy had just finished. After Electric Callboy was Thornhill. I was right up the back. I saw him and I still had fun. And it was awesome. Like, I didn't have to be up front to see it. I did get halfway there because I was trying to push myself to the front to get to Kellen Quinn. I was trying to get to the front. And then the two, because the stages were next to each other, so they're like, this would play, then this would play, then this would. So Lacuna Coil played on the Sleeping with Sirens stage, so they were like two before him. And they were awesome. Never heard of them before. I don't know how, but I hadn't. So then I was real good friends with Lacuna Coil. Those people are amazing. We'll see them again. And then they had You and Mine, these real old guys, and they had to stop halfway because when I say old, they had to stop because he was like, his heart, his heart was gonna give out. So they had to stop halfway through and then we just had to wait for Sleeping with Sirens, which was amazing. And then we saw them, like, these are my school teenage years. These guys were like it for me. And then I saw them live and I was literally one person away from the barrier. Oh my god, I was so close, but we almost died. To the girl next to me, shout out because we were surviving and she was a lot shorter than me, so I loved it. They were starting circles and then after we nearly got destroyed, he's like, pardon. Kellen, what? Don't pardon. We are struggling. It was insane. And that was my first pit experience and I was terrified. And then I was like, I still gotta go to Bring Me the Horizon and I'm not standing at the back. So I got pretty close for Bring Me the Horizon and they were awesome, obviously. Like, I cried, I did cry. They are my band to this day. I'm seeing them again next year. I bought tickets. I've been through a lot of shit and through all those times that music has been there and that music has been telling me that it's okay to be this way. And I love that. And that's what I needed at those times because no one else was telling me this knowledge. As I said, ride or die for those guys because they really did save my life for my 10 years. And so they're awesome. I got 3 shirts that I carried around for the whole fucking day. I mean, I'm pretty sure everyone's seen the Good Things shirt. It's chill, it's nice. Yeah, there's nothing much more about it. I think it's chill. I love things with things on the back of the shirts. I love them. This was obviously, if you've seen it, one of the Bring the Horizon shirts with the green one. Yeah. And then that was the ginger one I got. There was also a sunflower one because the war in Ukraine. They're from Ukraine. I don't know if you guys knew that or not. Ginger's from Ukraine. I'm obsessed with The Killers. No one knows them except for the song Mr. Brightside. My parents came with me to this concert. I went to The Killers. I forget what the name of that album is called. It was alright, it was good. It was better than their Wonderful Wonderful album. But I think people hated too much on the song The Man. Because that was a groover. That was a groover song. I got this shirt, but I also grabbed a hoodie. My mum was, not anymore, was a very, as a teenager, Guns N' Roses. I like them, they're chill. So of course we went to and saw them. We got tickets and then it got cancelled because of COVID, I think. And then just, like I said, is the next year over, so then we saw it. Now, I have a bone to pick with the ANZ Stadium. We paid for what we got for. My mum wasn't going to be in the pit, she wasn't going to like be paying a bunch of money for tickets because she bought tickets for a friend as well, so we had 4 seats in total. How old they are now and their last experience when they saw them, it was like, oh, we'll get it for good old times, you know, reminiscing. They're not really into it anymore. So of course we got cheaper tickets, you know, you get paid what you get paid for. But for fuck's sake, ANZ, can you make it a bit nicer? We were right up the back on the side, so we kind of had like this tiny little window where we could kind of see them as little tiny people running around. And that was really funny. And then a guy got a vacuum out and that was even funnier. But because of where we were so high up, these stairs were like climbing a cliff. And we were fucking up there. Like, goddamn, I hope there weren't any older people because we were struggling. After we got up there and we sat up there, we waited, we watched the chats. I don't like the chats, whatever. We watched them. And yeah, I wouldn't do it again. Then my mum was like, I'm going to the toilet. And she walked all the way down and then she texted me and she was like, I'm not coming back up, do you want to go? So then we left. And I got a shirt. This is the Guns N' Roses shirt. Obviously I had to get the cross. Yeah, like why wouldn't you? That's the back verse, alright. It's okay. It's okay. It was okay. It was okay. This is when we were in the middle of moving. So I didn't get tickets for Knotfest because I didn't know where I was going to be, whether I was going to be at the Sydney one or whether I was going to be at the Brisbane one. So I just didn't get tickets. But around this time, I fell in love with another band. If you don't know them, you need to get your asses on them. Bad Omens. What were they doing? They were playing at Knotfest. Damn. How am I going to see them? They're not. You know what else I did? They posted slideshows. Damn. I went to a slideshow. I went to it in Brisbane. At the Bright Side, I'm pretty sure. Don't quote me on that. Loved it. Absolutely beautiful. That is also where I found Bloom. I cannot say enough good things about Bloom. I love those boys to bits and I literally just saw them a couple of weeks ago and they're playing it. Good Things 2023? This is too much. It's too much. Anyway, I saw Bad Omens. Cried. Had the best night of my life. What home? Come on. It was amazing. Like, all their albums were amazing. And then when they played D-Throne last, I was like, oh my god, I'm going to shit my pants. They didn't have any band shirts for like their side tours or anything like that. It was just their shirts that you could get online. But it was cheaper getting it at the venue than buying it from overseas because I tried to buy one of their shirts the other day and it was going to cost me $160 for one shirt. And I got this one. I love it. I wear it all the time. It's big. Like this is only, where is it? When I was asking for it, I said, what's your biggest size? And the guy said, da da da. And I went, oh, okay. And he said, but it's pretty big. And I went, alright, good to go then. This is a 2XL. That's the back of it. I've always loved this design. Go play this like wolves. Slay. So that was a surreal concert. This is the first concert I went to by myself. I drove up there, saw him, went in by myself, stood by myself, watched it by myself, and then drove home by myself, and I loved every second of it. It was amazing. I did go to see Kiss Chasey, and they were amazing with Beck Stevens and Towns. I love you boys. Get your asses up here, I need to go see Towns again. I didn't get any shirts from Kiss Chasey, but they were awesome. They were slay. Love you guys. And then after them, I had another one where I didn't get any shirts. I went to Pierce the Veil. That's it, that's all I need to say. After the guys that were back talking Dayseeker in the back, fuck you. And yeah, I fucking saw you. Pierce the Veil was amazing, Dayseeker was amazing. I left after Pierce the Veil. When I got there, because of the venue and I wanted to be up close, and I was already pretty far back in the line, not as far as some, that line went forever, but there was already a line from the start of the merchandise tent to like the front of the stage. So I went, I'm not standing there and missing my spot to actually be up close to them. So I went straight to the pit and just stayed there to as close as I could get, and that's where I stayed. And I didn't get a shirt, but you know what I did do? For that one specifically, I made my own. It's been nice, I liked it. It was very good. It was good. It was a good attempt. I did wear it though. I think it looks cool. If you say otherwise, I don't believe you. After I had stood through Pierce the Veil, I was just like, I actually just don't like Beartooth that much. And I just didn't stay because I didn't care. I don't like Beartooth that much. What can I say? I had listened to their music, I listened to Dayseekers and all that, and I just didn't like Beartooth, and I didn't care to stay in the pit. So I was initially just going to walk like back up the hill or something, and maybe sit down or something like that, and then I just found myself walking back to my car. This is the other old band that I went and saw with my parents. We love Red Gum. No one knows who Red Gum is. Understandable, they are quite old. It was a good show, but it was another one of those shows of I'll tell you when, where and why, and then I'll play you what came out of that experience. And Red Gum, if you don't know it, they sing I Was Only 19. That's all I can tell you. They sung a lot of songs, but that's the one that they're known for. That was one of their shirts. It's the one I got. What's it called? The Red Gum Years, that's what they called it. The last concert I went and saw was Thornhill. That was literally last month. Oh my god. I was going through some stuff at that time when I went and saw them. And it was awesome. And so when I was going through those things, I still made myself go to the concert because I was like, I've paid for this. I'm gonna do this. I had asked someone to come along with me. I'm not telling you that story, that's embarrassing for me. I was going through stuff, and so to make myself go to that and still have an amazing time and see all these bands that I love so much, because there was 4. Bloom was opening for them. I love Bloom. They're like one of my favorites now, and they did not disappoint. They were still amazing. And then it was 1000 Below, which I've never heard of before. They were awesome. I will definitely be like listening to them. The other one, Holding Absence. Ugh, I love Holding Absence. When I saw that they were opening, I'm like, okay, I'm going. I don't care who you're playing for, I'm going. I'll watch you and leave. I just want to watch Holding Absence. And babes, we were 2 or 3 people from the barricade watching Holding Absence, and they were amazing. That dude has so much energy. How? I was dying. I mean, the people we went to see Thornhill. And what can I say? What can I say? Thornhill, amazing. Obviously, but Bloom didn't really have. Bloom just had like their shirts. They didn't have like tour shirts, which is fine because it's not their tour. It makes sense. So I got this one. I didn't get a shirt at the Batterman's one because I didn't know who they were. And I was like, who the fuck? But this is what I got. I've already worn it. Love it. Absolutely beautiful. This is a 2XL as well. Like, it's big. Like, these shirts are getting better. And then here's the Thornhill one. I don't like the live on tour. I think it looks bad. I love it, but I don't. Cause like, it's called the prom queen, like it was called the prom queen tour or something like that. You could have put that there or something, and then it says like London tour again. Anyway, it has their stuff. Like I think like I like all these little things on it. It's good. It's good. I like it. And that's all the tours. Right now I've got good things. Like in less than 3 weeks, guys. Oh my god. And then I'm doing Horizon. It's not till April. So hopefully Not Fest has a good lineup because that one's released but then going in March. Which makes sense because that's when they did last time. But still.
Hi, this is fucking worst video editing scout. I didn't film an outro on my stupid video. It might just be a one-off because I don't know what to film. So what else to say? I just needed an outro because I'm an idiot.